Hey guys, I'm Tim and I am at Arroyo Burro Creek in Hidden Valley, and that's the creek right down here, and I'm just gonna walk around and talk about some things and see if I can find some cool things to show. But first we'll just walk over here, maybe check out a really cool tree. This is a really old sycamore tree. There is a hole in the bottom of this tree. So this hole had a beehive in it for a long time, and I just discovered the other day that somebody filled it in with dirt. So the bees used to just be busy. They'd come out here and they'd go in and out of the hole. They'd cross the trail, but I always called them the nicest bees because I never got stung by them. They never really bothered you. You could actually see the honeycombs in there, but maybe we'll try to dig some dirt out later. You see all this poison oak? Yeah. Hazel wants to dig out some dirt right now. Yeah, there's a ton of poison oak all around here. It's like a curtain around it. Oh, and there's a wild cucumber right here mixed in with it. This is a vine. That's also known as manroot because it's a tuber, like a potato, and the root underground, it's like a huge potato, and when you dig it up, it can be so big that it's like a buried man underground. But it has a cool fruit too. It flowers, and it's the super spiky fruit, and we might actually see some of those somewhere. But this really climbs up from its tuber in the spring. And then in the midsummer, and then flowers and fruits, and then midsummer, it dies back, drops its seeds and then dies back. It doesn't really, just the upper part dies, but underground, the big manroot is still alive until next year when it can resprout and plant more seeds. But it climbs using these tendrils.
There's a bone in here.
Noah's gonna have a look.
I see roots down there.
Okay, look, dig to the right a little bit. See if you see honeycombs. Well, I'm going in too. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they were just right there. I don't know how much deeper it went than that. Honestly, this is the closest I've ever been to this hole because there's always a hive right there. And I never got close. Never came into the poison oak cave.
Oh.
What do you think? Do you see honeycombs?
Wait. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Here, put this camera in there.
Really? Here, I can hold it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some honeycombs back there.
Well, maybe bees will come back.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's dripping with honey.
What do you think?
There's some honey.
Oh man, there is some honey. What does that smell like? What does that taste like?
Tastes like honey.
Let's have a go.
Dirt honey.
Did you taste it, Hazel?
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah, that is really sweet.
Wow.
Alright. Sticky too.
Alright, well.
I'm gonna back out of this cave, back out of this poison oak. I definitely get poison oak. I don't get it too bad, but I might have a couple little itchies to scratch.
Don't scratch them.
Okay. I love scratching them. So let's go down in the creek.
Noah.
Okay. We'll get in, see what we can find. So there are fish in this creek. The only fish in here are free-spine stickleback. And hopefully we can get some films of some. The males will build a nest. They dig a tiny little hole, just a little bigger than their bodies, and a female will come and lay her eggs in there, and the male fertilizes them and takes care of them, and maybe even guards them when they're really little. They're actually really closely related to seahorses. Here's a little stickleback.
fish right there. That's stickleback. He looks like a very young one. Oh look, there's another one on the other side. Right there.
This pool is actually where the water slows down, where a lot of stuff collects. Wood, leaves.
They hide in the algae from predators.
We
Some
actually
more.
come in and clean the trash out of here pretty often. It's an interesting piece of trash.
They usually eat mosquito larvae. So here, this thing that looks like a dead crab or a dead lobster or something is actually a crawdad molt. So every year, or not necessarily every year, but whenever a crawdad gets too big for its skin, then it takes its skin off and just kind of leaves it behind while the other skin hardens, because it's soft right when he takes off the hard skin.
It's a cool red dragonfly. It's an adult dragonfly. The larvae of dragonflies actually live in the creek. Maybe we can catch some while we're down here.
It's a mayfly larva? Right?
It's actually a damselfly larva. Let's have a look. Oh, I thought something ate it. Where did it go? Here it is. Let's see if I can get the camera underwater. Do you still see it?
Right there.
Oh, nice. That's a damselfly larva. Thank you. So I'm gonna see what lives in this stuff right here. There's a lot of algae growing right here, and this is really still water. I'm gonna see what's in there. Quick. Run this up up to the shore, and then we'll take this out. Put it into this clear water. See what's there. Okay, so a lot of tadpoles. There's a odonata, or a damselfly larva, right there. Here are sticklebacks, and these are so small that these were born this year. This spring, probably. So, young of the year. Look at that little tiny guy right there. And I don't know, so we caught one insect, this damselfly, but I don't see any other ones, do you?
No.
Okay. See how that stickleback is camouflaging against that leaf? And there's a really big tadpole. This is a tree frog tadpoles, all of these. Just different ages. Okay, let's let them go and see what else we can get. See what we got.
Looks like we got mostly tadpoles.
Yeah, this is the tadpole place. We'll go to another type of habitat and we'll see if we catch different types of things in there. But this is typical pool habitat. There's another damselfly. So they're loving it. So a lot of times damselflies are related to dragonflies. They look like dragonflies, except that when they're adults they have the wings up higher. That they don't spread them out. They have them upright, and usually the larvae are really thin like that. Dragonfly larvae there's a lot of different kinds, but they're usually really a lot thicker, a lot like fatter insects. But damselflies, see that? They'll actually eat fish and tadpoles. Dragonflies especially, when they're bigger. I've seen dragonflies eating sticklebacks before. I'm hoping we can find a toe biter.
Bite your toes.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of insects on there.
You think? So right now we're going from this pool, we're walking upstream to a little spot where the water's flowing down, and then to a riffle where the water's shallow and it runs over rocks. And so this is where different things might live. There's a lot of algae right here. It's kind of a sunny spot. There's a lot of sticklebacks right there. It's the larva of a mayfly. And it's a stickleback.
Pregnant?
Maybe. Let's have a look. So this is an adult. It might be pregnant. Yeah, it might be female that's pregnant. A lot of times the males that are really big will have a lot red underneath their gills. Yeah, maybe it's got eggs in there. So the sticklebacks feed on a lot of these aquatic insects. And they might even eat tiny tadpoles too. Right there.
Nice.
That's a little guy. So dragonflies can live, you know this, right, Noah? They can live up to 7 years, some species, in the creek. And that's where they live most of their lives, as the larvae. And they can actually like shoot water out of their abdomen to move,
Yeah.
right? But they do a lot of crawling and they're voracious. They eat other animals, other insects, fish. There he goes. Okay, we're on an antlion field up on top of the bank of Arroyo Burro in the creek, and we're gonna pretend like this insect just walked into the antlion pit and see what happens. The antlion senses it, and soon he's going to start flicking dirt. Or maybe he can just grab it. That's okay. Maybe the other insect knows. So the antlion, this is a larval form of a flying insect. And, oh yeah, see the antlion's flicking some dirt. Flicks dirt up to help these things slip down into the bottom of the pit, and then it grabs it because it's just under the soil right there. Oh my gosh. You know what? If this one makes it, it makes it. Here we go. You know what? Ants usually struggle more and they just try to run out. This insect is just patiently waiting. Looks like he could fly if he needed to also. Oh, he's gonna make it. Let him be. And it makes it. Well, there you go. It's not a true bug lion, it's an ant lion. So that bug made it out. Let's see how an ant fares. Oh, an ant just fell into this pit. Look at that. Gone. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. That one just happened to fall in. Now he's eating the ant. Growing bigger. Do you guys want to, should we dig one up to see? Oh, the ant's coming back. Trying to get out. He's still got a hold of it though.
I think he's done for.
Oh, the ant's done for sure. Still alive. But the antlion's got him. Okay. Should we pull one out?
Hold on.
Okay. Here he comes. Or she. There it is. Okay. There it is. There's the antlion. And so it has these pinchers right here. So he buries with that part and then has these pinchers sticking up right at the base of the hole and can sense the vibrations of ants that fall in the pit. And he grabs them with these pinchers. Can you see it? Back up, maybe you'll get a focus. So, let's see. Let's turn him upside down, see what it looks like. Oh, he flipped really fast. There. So you can see his head, his legs. Looks like any other insect from underneath, huh? You see those pinchers? Those are solid if you're an ant. So let's put it in the dirt and see what happens. See how fast it goes in. Ready?
Wait, maybe put it like on a flat spot.
Okay, where?
Like
You know what, I'm gonna put it right here back where it was. A nice soft dirt. Okay, ready? Okay.
Is he playing dead?
Yeah. Okay, mate. Okay, let's see what happens. That's a big one. Maybe it'll turn into an adult soon. Here he goes. That'd be cool to get a time lapse of them building the pit.